Hi, it's Realtor Kimia, and I'm here with your tip of the week. This week's tip is for those of you who are thinking about selling and figuring out what are your next steps. Typically, I find that the first thought is, oh, let me see how much my house is worth. So you go and you check Zillow or Trulia or something like that to see what your home value is listed for. Then you start thinking, oh gosh, I really need to fix up that kitchen or that bathroom or the yard, all the projects that you need to do around the house. And then of course you're considering, well, where am I going to move to? If I sell this house, then I have to find that house that I want to buy first. Then after all of that thinking, you say, oh, let me reach out to the realtor now that I've got all of this done. I am here to suggest that you flip that on its head and make the realtor your first contact. Why? Well, if you really want to know the value of your house, you're only going to be able to get that from a realtor. Websites like Zillow and Trulia are just taking aggregate data from the area that you live in and coming up with an estimate of your home's value that doesn't actually include the specific characteristics of your home or even your neighborhood. So maybe you have already done some upgrades that are not accounted for, or maybe your house just has certain features that are very attractive in today's market. Either way, you're not going to find that out from Zillow. You need a realtor who's actively in the market and who can do a proper comparison to let you know what your home's real value is. Then when it comes to projects, sure, you could go ahead and you could start on all those projects that you think are important, but how do you know that those are the actual things that are going to matter to the buyers? Well, who's out there working with the buyers? We are. So have your realtor come before you start on those projects and help you. The realtor may even bring in a stager to help decide what just needs a coat of paint and what actually needs to be redone. So many buyers out there are moving in and updating kitchens and bathrooms themselves that you wouldn't want to invest a ton of money in making a beautiful kitchen that you would love, but your buyer would not. And then deciding where you're moving to. So this is a big one, particularly in this seller's market. I would sell my house, but where am I going to go? Well, your realtor is definitely tapped into where you can move and also how you should go about that. My suggestion, list your house first. Why? Because if you do the opposite, now you're a buyer saying, I want to buy your house, but only if my house sells. And you're competing against other buyers who don't have a house to sell or who aren't making that contingency. So your offer is now less attractive. However, if you say, you can buy my house, but I can't move out until I've found a new place to be, you're in the position of power as the seller to make that work for you. So my tip is, flip that process, get the realtor in first, get all the good advice that you need before you are ready to put the house on the market, and you will find that you will get more bang for your buck. So send me any questions that you have. I'm happy to help you figure out what you need to do to list your house and answer any questions that you have. I will see you next time.